exhale, let it go. And you could come close, but don't touch, infecting all of me. It's overcome and too much. Why don't you let me be? Intoxicated soul. Remember what you are. If I could lose control, fall back in. If it makes you feel alive again, and you try to hide away, dusting the dirt off your bones. 'Cause you don't ever play that nice, and I don't expect to come clean, infecting all of me. It's overcome and too much. Why don't you let me be? Intoxicated soul. Remember what you are. If I could lose control, fall back in. If it makes you feel alive again. If it makes you feel alive again. If it makes you feel intoxicated soul. Remember what you are. If I could lose control, fall back in. If it makes you feel alive.
I'm feeling a little sicky today, gamers, so unfortunately Python's a little sicky. It's mostly just like a cold, if anything, right now. I just need to take some medicine. I hope you all are doing well. Not much is gonna happen today. It's mostly pretty laid back. Mostly. There's probably gonna be some stuff that happens. It's not going to be so laid back. But we'll see. Why is this open?
Jesus. Okay,
Sorry.
you're one person I was looking for. Do you know, is Wrench around as well?
I believe he went ahead of me.
Okay, I'm gonna need the two of you by the radio here in about, I don't know, 15 minutes. We're gonna get a call from Sage. He's gonna be informing us, about current information on Daz. So,
Mm.
either be there or don't. Yeah, that's our time slot.
Chase informed me that apparently we'll be receiving word from Sage in about 15 minutes or less.
Beat that?
Chase said that we would be receiving word from Sage in about 15 minutes or less.
Alright.
Someone else is gathering a bunker in the meantime, whenever that happens, I
Mhm.
guess.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
I can go catch him there since we didn't get that in today. I'll be right back.
Have you guys made the supply list yet? Is what we need at the base?
I'd have to check in what's logged in into our stores. What do you have?
We're out of alcohol.
I'm sure we can put it on the list if it comes down to it. We haven't seen Lucky in a while in a delivery room, so.
Well, you shouldn't have any excuse. There's no APC to worry about anymore.
There's still mortar teams on the front as well as the mech, though. Probably just hasn't been called in for delivery in some time, if anything.
We haven't heard much from Granger or Maz lately. None of the scouts have brought up their whereabouts in quite some time. It's a bit, concerning, to say the least.
Considering both the blow to one of Granger's facilities and their ammo supply, it's unsurprising if they would need to regroup. Though that does give them time
Sure.
to plot, I suppose.
I'd say the less we see of either of them, the better.
Counting my fucking blessings.
I know we've upgraded the base with plasma generation now. Do we know if the satellite on top, situated on top of the workshop, is functional or connected to the base?
Yeah, it's been work. That's our main source of comms. We're gonna get a call in from Sage here soon. I'm waiting for hopefully Queen to get here.
She'll probably be awake soon. Callahan and a few others are planning to do a test run on their newly completed mortar truck around the base.
Water truck.
Some contraption they made so we can have mortar fire of fuel rather than stationary.
God, I can't wait for this thing to fucking explode. Who made it?
couple of people from engineering. I don't have names, but yeah.
Okay. How
I'm
we
sure you'll
doing?
know it.
How are our mornings?
Painful still. I can't fight blockhead.
A
You
bit
need painkillers?
Typically, yeah, in order to do anything.
Why don't you just go take some? Leave a little note, be like, hey, I took some painkillers.
I'd rather we just use official channels than anything else.
Fair enough.
Sets a better example for people on base and those visiting occasionally.
More organized than I am. You gonna say something, Python?
My morning's been a bit more groggy, admittedly, than usual.
Not get good sleep?
Less of that, and I just feel more sluggish, if anything.
Have you gotten yourself checked on?
Not yet. That being because I haven't really seen that many medical personnel active.
The tolls of war.
Wrench to blockhead, can you head down to the bunker? Probably at least be decent for blockhead to be down here for getting intel back from Sage.
Hmm.
Good call.
Still trying to make a decision on who we can armor up and equip properly. Out here on the front, either of you two have any suggestions?
Armor up? What, you mean with the gift that we were given?
From Bones, yeah. People you think have shown enough metal to earn their spot and give them more firepower across the grid.
Blockhead's not a bad pick.
Mm.
I've been doing a lot of work on other people's tier 2s. Been prioritizing other people, and they are our head medic. If they die, we take a huge blow. It should be our priority to protect our medical.
I agree.
That settles that away. And some of the other supplies I was looking over hold some of the same parts that I used to make our current combustion engine sitting in the workshop. So I can make another, what is it? An ignition weapon, maybe? So that would be the other thing.
Okay.
It'd probably have the same firepower as my old thermal blade.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Do me a favor, check over Python.
You need to be down here. We're about to get a contact from Sage, and they're going to give us information on Daz, which will officiate the next steps that we take if we choose to take them. Also, congratulations, you now have tier 3 armor, so use it well. We were gifted something from Bones for completing the mission with the APC, and we're giving it to you to protect yourself because you are our head of medical.
Everyone, okay. I guess I won't argue with you on that. Thanks. What's up, Python?
I've been feeling very sluggish ever since I woke up, and headaches have been spurring up. I'm more than likely coming down with something, if anything.
I can do like a basic cold test, see if you're mucusing up, that kind of thing. Maybe if you had any issues with your cybernetic?
No, this is more physical than it is with the cybernetic.
Okay. Have you used your thing lately?
No.
Okay. Have you gotten hit in the head recently or anything?
No.
Okay. What's your forehead feeling like?
Sage Fob. Answer.
This is
This is Cowboy to the Hollow, en route.
Queen here.
She hasn't come out of her room yet, so.
Oh, God damn it. What's your time looking like? How long can you stay on radio?
Maybe half an hour or so. We'll see.
Apologies, Cowboy. Can you repeat yourself?
Okay. Could you just message Queen? Well, tell her that we're down here about to talk to Sage.
Wrench to Queen, head down to the bunker. We've got something to discuss.
Understood.
En route. We'll need someone to get the front door for me.
Just, dandy.
We got people at the door.
Having a great time. I might be fucked.
What does that mean? What do you mean?
You
heard?
No. They know someone's been spilling tea, so to speak. They don't know who, but I'm obviously prime suspect because I'm the newbie.
Yeah, it was inevitable. We're gonna start picking up the same routines that we've been doing. Okay.
However, it seems like she doesn't care in a sense. She kind of gave this big old speech talking about how there's a traitor and that we're all gonna die anyway, but we're gonna die in style. We had a bit of a 101 kind of, where she talked about even if I was the spy, maybe she wouldn't care. But it's still a risk. She might just turn around and blow my head off someday.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe a word that bitch says.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we'll catch Queen up when she gets down here. What is the status on Daz?
A lot of information for you. I think you may have found a sweet spot.
Alright, spill it. I'll write it down as we go.
So, Daz was rescued by Maz. Apparently they just got snatched up one day at an arcade or something. And, they were being kept in a cell in some sort of basement. And Maz came to the rescue and has been their #1 fan ever since. And while she told us that we're all gonna die, she told him specifically to get out. Try and avoid the bloodshed.
Okay.
I think because of his young demeanor and the fact that he doesn't really have any skills or ability other than cheering her on, and I think that probably strokes her ego more than enough to create some sort of, I don't know, relationship of a parroting kind. He's also excused from a number of different activities. Most people are forced to eat other people here. He is excused from that.
Oh. You had the luxury of having to do that?
Yes, but I try to purge anytime I'm forced to swallow anything. She did a loyalty test. A few whispers died.
Have you been checked?
For
I don't fucking know.
It's true.
Disease?
there's not much more than I can do than get it out of my system. If I end up going to one of the medics, they might grow more suspicious.
Okay. Anything else? Weapons, armor that this character has?
They got like a bat. Doesn't look like they got much armor. They really do come off as a really, really young, stupid kid.
Okay, did they talk about where they might next be sending him, or anybody?
Not necessarily, or anything I could
Quickly head
catch,
down to the
but
bunker as soon as you can. We're receiving an intel report.
There seems to be some sort of plan that what's his name? The guy that makes all the big stews or whatever, butcher or whatever the fuck.
Kara and I can have you leave the bunker.
Bruce.
Bruce, yeah, that's the name. He seems to be planning some big attack, and he wants me to be a part of it, in a sense. It seems like it's going to be 2 massive attacks at once. And you might have to choose, potentially. I could be wrong, or they, considering the fact that they know I'm a spy or whatever the fact, they might just be feeding me bullshit. So, take it as you will.
They know you're a spy.
Well, they don't know for
They're getting
certain, but
suspicious.
yeah.
Well, I think that's kind of healthy for anyone who's at war. To suspect those closest to you might be spies.
Well, I think I mostly got... She had a lot of private talks with people, I think. Kind of getting them in the mindset that they are going to die. And she did it usually mostly one-on-one with people, except for me, where I was sandwiched between her and Bruce. Talking about, even if you are a spy, or you are the spy, I don't know if we'll just keep you around or not.
I think they're trying to test your determination. Normally when people are threatened with their life expiring, they tend to squeal. So
They already did a test. Shooting whispers, eating meat.
I see. Well, this complicates things, doesn't it?
Oh, they also mentioned in regards to gems being her little weapon. I suggest that you keep those closest to him off any battlefield until she's sorted, or at least if we know info in regards to,
I don't think those closest to gems is of their concern. I'm going to assume that Maz is going to wait to use gems as a weapon against someone who's a high-ranking official in this war. Myself, Chase, Venture, or Python, or anyone else.
I more mean so attacking them to get to him, to execute that plan.
See.
They know specifically about Jitters, and I think they mentioned Riff by name.
All of the Cubby crew have been compromised, yes.
Yes, I was also informed that the group is disbanding. It doesn't really change much.
What?
The bond, yeah, apparently someone made mention that, can't remember who it
Oh,
was.
it
was
would.
from-
Hold on. We'll talk about that in a sec.
Yeah.
Sage has informed me of all the information about Daz. It seems pretty promising. Maz is wanting to get Daz out of this war already, which is problematic because if they get that done quick, let's say in the next couple weeks, that means our window for taking Daz is gone. So now it's a bit of a rush for time. Because if this kid takes that leap and runs, then we don't have this bargaining chip anymore. Which it sounds to me like this bargaining chip is sounding more significant as time goes on.
I have a suggestion. Daz is infatuated with Matt, correct?
Yes.
What if we try to push the fight to them? Fight Maz, draw her out. Daz won't be able to leave. You'll run to her aid. Because he's a fanboy of hers. And when that happens, we have people laying in wait to scoop him off his feet.
Great
do
idea,
have
but who do you have in mind
We do
to
have
fight?
the perfect bait to draw out Maz if it comes down to it.
Because no
Gems.
offense. No offense, I don't think we should send gems. Or even you, for that matter. If it becomes personal,
I was suggesting myself James.
Just to mention on Maz as well, her condition's getting worse. She's, I think, experimenting with the Magitech blade. She has,
In what way?
she has literal crystals, I think, forming out of her. But she seems to say that she's unlocked something with it.
What do you mean by unlocked?
I don't know. I assume maybe more power. Maybe she has some special trick up her sleeve now. At a cost, obviously, but
How large are these fragments? How plentiful?
there's a good handful around her arm. She didn't really show off too much, but they're not like massive, large crystals spiking out. They're small ones for now, but they're noticeable.
Is she taking any medication for it?
I doubt so. And if she is, she ain't getting it from me.
She complaining of pains? Does she have lack of movement? Does her
No.
stamina feel sapped?
She's just angry, pissed off. She's moving away from the capturing and more focusing on the killing. I think
Perhaps
losing one of her
some
lieutenants
frustration.
kind of shook her. Yeah.
Experimenting.
even the insanity can be brought to sane.
Yeah, but she said she unlocked something. That could be a bluff. I've been using this for
A bluff,
2.5
what,
years,
in
3
privacy with her own people? I doubt it.
Well, didn't they say they believe there was a rat?
Yeah. They also
So it could
believe
just be
there's a
some
spy.
misleading info.
Yeah.
It's a very specific and weird thing to say, I guess, but yeah, you're not wrong. I feel like the magic
From-
sword itself is scary enough.
My time spending with her, I think it's more of a flex than
There
lie.
could be a chance that she could have gotten something. We don't know what exactly she's using. Don't have any specifications on it, any information, intel, anything. So
Yeah,
there
but the
could be
question
something
is-
special with it.
Something special with that. I haven't been able to do anything with this other than pull the trigger and just get my condition worse. The fact she's able to.
Maz, from the sounds of it, Maz is abusing the connection she has. Shows she may have sped run something.
We're running out of time with Sage. Is there any questions that anybody has?
What is Daz's current, I guess, mental condition? Would you deem him redeemable in any way?
He's very much so a fanatic for Maz. If you try and make him swap sides, I think you're gonna have a very difficult time doing it with Maz still in the picture.
So Stockholm syndrome, like I said.
Yeah, basically. He's literally the only person who's made a fan group that I'm the only extra member that was recruited to it, like, yesterday.
Great. Get out your pom-poms, do a little dance.
You know, that's what I said to him.
Is your situation a code green? Do we gotta get you out of there?
I don't think so. And I imagine they would have, if they were sure, they would have just tore me apart in the room. Or even if they are sure, I think she just doesn't care.
How about the rest? The rest of Maz's, I guess.
Anyone else she seems particularly close to?
The butcher guy. I keep forgetting his name. Bruce, yeah. They seem to be very back and forth on plans.
What of the mech?
And I'm pretty... that I don't have at the minute.
We have a tracker
Wherever
on the
Maz-
mech already. We've been keeping tabs on it. It's been stationary at the back side of the front line.
Any word from them about ammunition? We did destroy our depots recently.
She's pissed off about that, for sure.
Any plans for her to replenish her ammo? Be nice if we could
Probably.
stem that early.
But even I'm running low on ammunition over here, so I doubt we're gonna get anything very soon.
Right. So we have a window of opportunity.
With them,
That's it.
I don't know about Granger, though.
If we're attacking anywhere on the front line in our safety proximity, I'll call it, it should be taking Tiger supply lines about 3, maybe 3-ish weeks, 2 at best, to resupply their frontal outpost with ammunition. So we might not be seeing any Tigers with any ammo. At least
There
in
was-
areas closer to the front.
One thing that was, I guess, a bit odd. Vito's wife showed up. She didn't stay long, but she
Vito's
just showed
wife?
up. Yeah.
I didn't realize he had a wife.
The motherfucker has a woman.
He does.
I think
Actually,
you
I
also
did
made
know
mention
that
of him
anyway.
having kids as well, when Jitter spoke to him at the meat rack.
Right.
But yeah,
Anything
she just
noteworthy
showed up
about
and...
wife?
I didn't get eyes on her. I only heard it from the others that were there. I just know that Maz hates them. Called her his concubine. So I think there was this suspicion that maybe Vito, I was Vito's spy to keep an eye on Maz or something. But if Vito just can send his concubine, that's probably out of the picture. So she just ruled that one out of her head.
Interesting. Family's taking more of a frontal approach to keeping tabs on the front line. Maybe she has a bigger picture in the whole thing than we originally thought. Alright, anything else? That call people.
Do we have any status on the mech? Is it currently getting refitted? Is it in disrepair? Any sightings of it overall?
I haven't got much on that. Maz kind of keeps her special prizes to herself.
Did Bruce have anything to say? Any mention
Uh,
of it?
Pretty sure Bruce is just focusing on thinking of killing me in regards to being the spy. I think he's pretty set on his mind in regards to that. Even though I passed their fucking tests, but... You can't exactly make them happy. They're like, you passed the test, and they're like, well, we expected you to pass the tests.
Okay,
It's
you're
like,
dealing with
okay,
psychopaths,
well.
so do keep in mind, if you need to get out of there, we'll have a means to get you out of there as quickly as possible. You need to give us enough ample time to do so.
If there's an opportunity, I would imagine it would probably be during this attack Bruce is wanting to do, this two-pronged attack.
Any news on that at all?
He says he's in the planning phases and he'll let me know. He's specifically sending me on one attack and he's gonna do another.
If he always suspects you, it sounds like a trap.
I think it's trying to get two birds with one stone kind of deal. Send me to go fight my own enemies.
Okay, I think we've been on this frequency for too long.
Got it. Thank you for
Look,
your
Sage.
assistance.
Stay in touch.
Thanks.
I wrote down all the notes. Feel free to look over those whenever you feel like it. Just so you know, we are outfitting Blockhead with the new armor that was dropped off by Bones not too long ago.
What are the specs of the armor?
Well, it's probably the best that we can give at the moment.
Yeah, but what are the specs? Like, is it just make it a heavy plated armor?
I don't know. It needs some tweaking. I'm giving them the parts to make it into what they want it to be.
I just hope it's nothing too heavy. No offense, Blockhead, but you're kind of...
No, I agree with you.
I had a quick glance over it. It's nothing like the jug suit that Bones wears everywhere.
God.
When
I probably couldn't move in it.
Augmented spine and legs for that, so...
We can personalize it and make it work for you, so...
I suppose he is our head medic and we are short supplied medics, so equipping him with heavier armor would be very beneficial.
The goal is to keep him alive here.
I guess on a different, better note, most of the people are regularly sent out are all fitted with at least tier 2 now, so
That's good news.
you're low on steel though because of it.
We'd want to get more, rather it be used than to sit idly in the storage bay waiting to be used.
I don't even know if we're low on steel anymore. I haven't checked since we raided the Granger place.
Okay, let's start planning for getting that then. I will leave the group to do what you suggested, up to you. I think Blockhead will obviously need to be there. You're gonna be the best to nab the kid.
Because it was your idea to begin with, I think you should put some thought to this idea. So I want you to be part of it.
Am I allowed to pick other people?
You are.
No. What? You want him to pick people to go fight Maz?
Well, I mean, I was only gonna pick one person, but it was gonna be Python because they offered to help.
Just because he's
No,
allowed to
you-
pick
you-
doesn't mean
What?
I'm going to listen to it. If he makes stupid decisions and stupid choices about who he's sending, then I'm going to say no. This is
Yeah, well,
Maz's
he's already
job.
trying to pick Python, so... Which, I mean,
Okay.
risking one of our left hands. It's not ideal.
But considering the overall goal of the task, we need to ensure someone is there to make sure that nobody deviates from it. If someone tries to make a move to kill him, then that completely undermines the entire point of this operation.
Well, no one's going to kill him if we tell them not to kill them. They don't need a
I wouldn't say
babysitter.
that. I wouldn't be so sure.
Well, then let's not send fucking idiots on a mission. We're not stupid, are we, people?
Look, Jace. There's a risk at any one of us dying if I send people out. Fun could have died last week, but he didn't.
There was a
Would you not want
different kind of
someone-
mission.
Different kind of mission. We were going to take out one of our lieutenants. Are you telling me that you Whisperers cannot fight Maz?
You couldn't.
It won't happen again.
That's nice to say, but I'm just taking what I've seen.
We've sent Whisperers into worse areas in the district, and they've still come out on top. Maz is no different.
Okay then, James. Who would you send?
If you
wanna
want
send
someone...
competent fighters. You want to send me because you're risking of us dying. You're willing to send people who are expendable? That's not going to get the job done. We're just throwing lives away for no real reason other than just
I
wanting
didn't
to
say anything
save.
about sending expendable people. I'm still willing to send people that I think would be good at fighting Maz, or can stand a chance. I'm just not.
Such as.
I don't think I should be willing. We should be willing to risk leadership, is all I'm saying. For possibly a reward that isn't actually worth enough. Daz could die anyway on accident.
Lucky is part of leadership. He's our head medic. Takes over from Pyro. Should we not send him?
They have a second.
Be that as it may, head medic when we're already lacking medics. That's not wise.
And they have the most connection with Daz. It is. Their skills are useful in this. They have to go.
And Python and Ventures and Mine Hunt.
Against with Daz specifically? No, but
No, but
your
you
skills
said-
against Maz, sure. I'm not saying that you're bad picks or you can't get the job done, but you're whatever. You guys can fucking figure it out. As I said, I don't care.
Chase, I asked you for your suggestions and you didn't give
Yeah,
any.
and I gave you my fucking suggestion, and it's always a fucking battle to do it. Look, if you want to be idiots and go fucking kill yourselves, then go do it. That's your decision.
Chase, we're already doing this by taking part in this war.
I'm
you think we're
aware of
willing to
what my
die?
people and me are putting into this war. I'm trying to keep that momentum going by keeping my leadership alive. And I'm sure each of you are more eager than anybody to get out there and put your blade through Maz. But it's not Daz, this one lieutenant, or not lieutenant, that we might get something out of is not worth your fucking life. That's
If the
just
plan
common
is to draw
sense.
Maz out. We need someone who can deal with her. We're gonna just... Again, who would you suggest? I'm asking this and I'm not gonna even retort it. Who would you suggest?
Off the top of my head, Samira. They're armored. They have good armor. They could keep the kids safe in a pinch.
Last I heard, the last time they went out on a mission, they went rogue and put themselves into danger consistently.
Was this dealt with? Why am I only hearing about this now?
Yeah, this is the first time I heard about this as well.
Can't exactly grill her without her being here, can I?
You make a good point about Samira. They are heavily armored, but I've heard from reports as well as this which confirms this. They have shields, but they don't use them as shields. They're just big glorified gauntlets.
Are we gonna go over the specifics of how my whisperers fight, or are you asking me my opinion of who I think would be good to go?
Okay. I did say I wasn't going to support it. I will consider Samira. I think at least if they are going to go rogue, make use of the situation. Don't just... And when I say this, I'm not saying that they're expendable, but if you are going to go rogue and not listen to orders, use it as an opportunity to get Daz out. I'm sure they have a brain between their ears. They can deduce that they are going to die if they continue to go rogue and not listen to orders. Maybe this is something that would be necessary for them to learn to be a bit more of a team player.
I think Leo would be a good pick.
Leo.
got
I
a
was
kind
gonna
heart.
say Leo would be.
Both Leo
Maz
and
has
Blockhead.
I don't see a bone, but she entertains Leo.
Entertains Leo.
Fucks with him, messes with him.
They got history with Pill. But Leo also, if we're trying to keep Daz safe, he's probably going to prioritize the kid if we tell him to do that.
Leo has the equipment to accomplish that now.
Yeah, and he's not a cold-hearted killer like some of the Whispers.
But he has a bone to pick with Maz.
Right, so we have Blockhead, Leo. How many people are we sending? Because if it's Maz, it has to be a sizable group. We also need to have people
and
lying in
recovery
wait.
team.
Exactly. We have people there to draw her out, intercept Daz. There's a handful of people, more than a handful.
I mean, if it's
We make it too big, they're not going to come out. They're probably not that stupid and going to take on
That's
10
why-
Whisperers.
That's why the second group is in waiting.
We need someone to cause a ruckus, or at least
It's a
keep Maz's
two-part
attention.
mission, so to speak.
How about Danger?
Did he have a history of Maz?
Not really.
Okay,
Normally,
let's send the psychopath killer that can't take orders
Normally if
very
you
well
give
and
him a
has anger
target-
issues.
if you give him a target, he hits it dead on.
Yeah, I suppose Danger is quite an antagonist.
We need
isn't
someone
he?
to
He likes
occupy
taunt.
Maz, not kill her.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about the kid. If the kid gets in his way, pushes his buttons, well, what's stopping Danger from fucking blocking him across the head? He can barely
That's why
handle
it's a
Whispers
two-
here.
Danger listens
That's
to
why it's a
orders.
two-part mission.
Did you just say
Yeah.
shoot him?
Not shoot him, but like threaten him around a little bit. I've threatened him before, and he listens most of the time.
On the
I can tell
field?
him it's part of the
Mid-
plan.
Danger,
Not on the
Danger
field, but here
listens
in
to
the base.
orders.
I'll be sure to make it very abundantly clear to him that if he disobeys orders, his lungs are going to be restricted. And I also have to tell him that strange
No,
will
your
keep out the
biases are
voices.
fucking showing.
It's not bias. They make a
Danger.
good point.
Do they?
Okay, look. He riles you up. Imagine that on Maz. She's gonna get riled up. She's gonna be focusing on that party, while the other party can intercept Daz as he goes to assist. Two-part mission.
You know what?
And if
Yeah.
things go bad and Daz does meet up with Maz, then, well, fuck, we just have to abort the mission.
Let's see if
Asher
it's
should
still-
go on. Asher should go on the mission to retrieve Daz. He literally has a magic item that keeps people locked in place. He can't run
Mhm.
away then.
Asha?
Yes.
I think Asha has a bit of an emotional and
He has a magic item that can keep
There's
people
been a
locked
couple of
down.
disputes with leadership, hasn't there, with him?
With Asher? Since when?
It's been a while since I've seen him, but I knew them and Python have not really agreed every now and then. I don't know how well.
That's
in order.
since been dealt with properly. We've had a proper discussion and everything's been ironed over.
Yeah, I just remember
Asha would be a good pick to keep him on priority for recovery for Daz.
That's what I said. That's what I just said.
And if it comes down to it, be a good pick to keep Maz away from Daz at least.
That's if they were to regroup. The idea I have is
Yeah.
that there'll be two parties, two-part mission. Maz dealt with, and things happen that keeps her at bay. We switch over to Daz, intercept. If things don't go well and Daz is not intercepted properly, then it's it's both teams racing against that, plus Tigers, plus Fangs, or anyone else that's there. Well, it's really hard to word this without, breaking a certain wall.
Are we making 2 teams, or is it gonna be 1 team that splits up?
My idea is 2 teams. Because I don't think Daz is going to be immediately there. Maybe Maz calls over the radio and says that she's getting fucked up, and Daz, being the fanatic he is, just runs to her aid from the outpost or something. I don't know.
Means we'll need to have Sage on standby to report his location.
Yeah.
Well,
Send one
that
team
will
out,
also...
kind
If we
Well,
don't intercept any communications from them.
That might also be the opportunity to get Sage out.
Hmm.
I mean, he did just join the fan club. Maybe he can bring Daz somewhere.
Lead him astray.
Yeah, and
Tell
then
him that this is
one
a
team-
faster
I
route,
don't
or...
think that's a good idea. That serves to
Especially
compromise
if
Sage
Maz runs
quicker.
out.
True, but if he's already compromised, there should be opportunity to both get Daz and to get him out.
Mm.
In
Depends on
such a
who we have
situation.
to deal with, if it isn't just Maz, though.
Maybe Bruce is there. Maybe the mech is there. Maybe there are
Both
some...
Maz and Bruce have shown capabilities in operating the mech as well.
Okay, well, the other suggestion is we send in a group of 6 people and hope that she takes the bait. If it's her group of 4 and another group of 4, she's gonna underestimate the Whisperers. She's not gonna throw out a mech for a group of 4 people. With this new power that she says she has, she's gonna want to flaunt it. If you have 6 people, she's gonna potentially cower, use the mech, use something that's reliable. That's what I would do. If I'm outnumbered, if I'm overwhelmed by superior enemy forces, I'd go with something reliable. Tank, mech, anything.
So what's gonna be our plan of attack then? Before we start picking people out and establishing a team? Are we gonna send out a group to distract and capture Maz's attention? Or we send another group to go extract Daz? Do we get him? Do we send out one team to go intercept and capture Daz at the same time?
We could
What's the
have
idea?
this happen. We could send out a sizable group of Whisperers to take out an outpost. The outpost is taken over. And then we have this aggro team, this decoy team, patrol the area. Maz gets us like, we're overconfident, we're having people sent out. Maz might see it as easy pickings. Gets a bit of revenge. But we do this patrol far away enough from the outpost that they seem like feasible bait. But close enough that it's you would associate the 2 together. Where that team is patrolling,
It's too convenient, too small.
too small.
Yeah, we just took out an outpost. The ammunition
With how many
primarily,
people?
she didn't show up.
With
I'm
4
just
people
thinking about.
plus.
I'm thinking
faction.
more about how we draw them out. Is what I'm-
We also did take out their APC,
Yeah.
so I imagine they'd
So-
be looking for some sort of red flag out there. That's if they're looking at things so harshly.
Right. If you're doing well, especially if you're like thinking like Maz, if you're doing well, you have that confidence that you're winning this war, you would spread your forces thinner. Technically
don't we do it-
speaking,
in reverse. Why don't I ask Sage to keep an eye on Daz, and when Daz is at a certain location where perhaps he isn't so accompanied by other lieutenants or Maz, we attack Daz first.
How long do
Maz
we
is
have to wait for
eventually.
that?
I don't know, but it's a safer option. We attack Daz at his location. Maz is sure to arrive, and we can. If we can nab Daz quick enough before she arrives, then great. Win-win. But we're planning in case Maz does arrive. We have a team of 4 on standby for Maz instead of a team on standby for Daz. I think our priority in this case should be Daz, and we have the means to spy on Daz. I think we're focusing too much on how to attack Maz when Maz should not be.
No,
our
we're
focus.
keeping her preoccupied.
I'm aware, but we might not even have to do that. We
The
have a
larger
means.
issue with that would be timing. I know we want to play it safe, but how long would we have to wait until whatever Bruce is trying to do gets set up and ready, and then Sage is sent out?
We're also banking on us attacking Maz and Daz miraculously showing up. What if Maz just tells him to stay where he is, or...
Yeah, but
we're
she's at risk
banking
of-
on this kid traveling to Maz quickly.
But there isn't any worry right now of Daz being captured or contained. Based on what Sage described, she wants them to have as much fun as possible. Not ease on the side of worry and caution.
And she
Not to
also
mention-
wants
him to
Daz
get-
off of the field, so
Yeah,
she's
so she might
not even gonna
call
risk.
him.
Yeah, our priority has to be Daz at this point.
If that's the
Yeah.
why was he sent out with the team before? Why did we encounter him in the field in the first place?
Because she was
If
a
she wanted him,
friend.
she wanted him to be shipped off. Why not just keep him off the field permanently?
Because she was overconfident. She was winning the war. She's lost ammunition, which means she's getting a bit desperate.
And
She's
Jackson
losing
decided-
confidence. That as well, yes. But the thing is as well, if we go to Daz first and we wait for Maz to leave, she might have predicted that we would do this. If we go after one lieutenant, she's going to assume that we're going to go after the next one. If we go after her, she will be overconfident in her ability that, you know, she can deal with us. She can deal with the Whisperers there. And then when she gets a call over online that Daz is now being attacked, she's going to panic. She's going to make mistakes.
That means the teams are going to be split, possibly in 2 locations instead of one being on standby close by.
Yeah, that was the intention. That's why you want to use Samira, use danger, keep her attention, keep her preoccupied. People who are able to stand up and fight her themselves. Not try to kill her, just try to keep her preoccupied. Although I want to know what this ability she has is. If we can get information about this, maybe she wants to, you know, flex her muscles and show it off. That way we can prepare for it in the future. However, if we send people there to deal with Daz, and we're caught off guard by Maz coming in because we just didn't have enough time, we didn't move fast enough, we'll be in a compromised situation. At least if we're focusing on Maz first, we have that under control, and we are going to predict that if she does hear that Daz is under attack, she's going to panic. She's playing into our hands. Hell, if the second team, the aggro team, was to lose sight of her, set up mortar strikes in proximity to the weight, slow her down, cut off the route. We have loads of mortar shells sitting in warehouse for no real reason other than just waiting for the
We
opportune moment.
also have our mortar truck on standby. They're doing I'm assuming they're doing testing phases right now around the base. But if that's operational, then we have a mortar strikes on the move in the field.
Exactly. We don't need to kill her, we need to keep her distracted. She's not gonna just blindly run out into mortar strikes. If she does and she gets injured, that's a boot in our direction. The aggro team just needs to keep her distracted enough, delay her enough, that if she does get word of Daz, we then set off mortar strikes. She's slowed, she can't get her in time, which gives them more opportunity to get him out.
We also need to account for if she contacts Granger, and he's got an airship. Granger can get to places pretty quick with that.
Mortar
Okay. But that would still apply if we went for Daz first. If we went for Daz first, he would just get there anyway.
I'm not trying to change the plan or anything.
The
I
water
agree.
will
I know.
discourage any
Yeah.
signs of an airship in the area. That thing would probably get gunned down if it even appeared. Or the risk of it would be present at least.
This might be a stupid idea, but what if we try to do something that lures Keejan's mothership in proximity to where
Absolutely not.
it
No,
is?
no.
I
We're
wouldn't
not gonna
like
do
to
that.
take part.
If I may, if we're worried about a fast entry from Granger or any other forces, why not use a fast exit? The lens. I could easily get people in and out of places whenever I would want.
But is this really
Do you
worth
have a
it to you, though?
personal interest in this for some reason?
I'm not saying
Is
that
it
I
to
need
use?
to be there, but I can be on station for the second that they need to be pulled out.
Do you know how to use that properly? Like, to a T? Have you got it all figured out?
To a degree.
Okay.
It should be
We also
used
do
in the
have the
last
drop ship.
resort. If things are looking bad, we can gamble. Things are already looking bad as it is. It's just a safety net.
Sounds like we got a plan then.
Who are we planning on sending to intercept Maz then?
Samira, danger. We need 2 more people.
Leo can be your medic, no? Or was he going with me?
I'd
You
recommend.
would
Leo's
go
going
with Daz.
to. I think Leo should go with you to collect those.
So we have 2 medics, so there's not going to be any medics on the distraction team? I mean, it would make sense. It's kind of like a do or die situation. You should be avoiding damage.
I know
So having it patched up is not.
intercepting Maz. I know it's been spoken about amongst us. Do we want to send any sacrificial pieces to front Maz?
What do you mean?
All of us know Maz is completely capable of taking on myself, Queen, Python, or anyone else. The team would have to work together to front her off. If there's anyone we want to
you
get rid
suggesting
of in
Greg?
that time, no.
I think he's thinking like acid.
Acid.
Is anyone in the bunker beyond us?
Not as far as I can tell.
I think it's
I
better
was-
just to keep the sacrificial lambs to ourselves. I really think this is a time for that. The ideal situation is that we don't sacrifice people for this.
Oh, look at you.
Fine, I'll come clean. The only reason why is because Blockhead has investment with certain people. No offense, Blockhead, but there are people which you are.
I can understand.
And when we say sacrificial, we don't mean what willingly throwing them away. It's just that they are acceptable collateral due to certain things that detriment them.
It's an option, if anything. But if we don't
So
plan
you're
to, then I'll
suggesting-
plan around it. I'm suggesting it. But if it's not something we're going forward with, then
No, but who are you going to suggest?
Riff.
You know what?
Not as much.
Riff has issues, yes. But I think he's proven himself.
He's also been proven to be a liability. He got himself captured by whatever means he got himself outside of the base, and he got captured as a result. He could have been grilled for information. We were lucky we got him back at all. What happens
Sure.
when that happens again.
Well, we've already invested too much into Riff already. Sniffet's got the same issue now. Killing him would just make a lot of the suffering that some people are going through pointless.
And well, Snippet knows medical. He's going through the same issues, and he's kind of been in the shitter recently as well, hasn't he? So doesn't he kind of fit the criteria there?
A lot of you fit the criteria. But I don't think we need to be sacrificing anybody or sending anybody out because we need them gone.
Yeah, this is not
Let's
really that
pick-
kind of situation.
Yeah, let's pick teams that are going to get the job done.
Again, are we using Greg for anything? But I suppose if we send out Greg, that is going to be a bit of a red flag for Maz. She's going to see it as this is obvious. Why send out someone like that to do patrols?
If we send out Greg, there's a chance Granger could easily be called in as backup. 'Cause I
Yeah.
don't know how many forces Maz has to keep Greg off her back.
So we
Which
need
is
to
why-
keep it. We need to keep the power level, so to speak, within a reach of Maz not being alerted that this might be too difficult, also not too easy.
We could send Cleo, Blockhead, Python,
For
and somebody else for Daz. And
Asha.
then what?
Ash.
Daz?
Yes, because of the,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
magic tech.
There you go. You got a group of 4 competent people for Daz. Then the other team, Sonura, Danger. I'm gonna need 2 more.
Well, we need
Do you
a-
really not want to consider Gems?
Gems will kill them. Which, I mean, isn't a problem.
Kill
But,
Maz?
Yeah, but
No, like lose control.
I
We
feel the
won't-
team, yeah. I feel like the team would have to be watching over him more than. And there's a very real
Not-
possibility that she could turn Gems against the others if that's a.
Yeah,
We
she's a
were just
whole
warned about that, weren't we?
bomb situation. Her little secret weapon.
I'd say if she were here right now, it's just Muerte. But as far as anyone else knows, no one knows where she's at.
She's still radio silent. I'm trying my best to try and retrieve her.
If you want someone capable of keeping Maz occupied on his own, we could send Ace. He would be capable of combating Maz alone.
I suppose that Maz of her new weapon would be seeing Ace as akin to me. I know a means to disprove that our Magitek is weaker to hers, if she has that much of an ego.
Ace
Wait.
is smart with the magic
Then
stuff. Maybe he
there's-
can find out what the
Didn't
boost
Ace
is.
also fight Maz before with the mech? Didn't he put up a bit of a fight?
Yeah, that was on the mission
Sure.
that Gems was taken.
Yeah, so
So-
I think. But I guess the question is, would Ace be able to hold himself back?
I was gonna suggest the same thing. Hmm.
I don't know.
She
Then
also has
there's
EMPs at her disposal as well. We want people that don't get affected by EMPs.
Gems would be easily fucked up by that. He's a pretty.
Yeah, well, Jen's off the
He's
table
cybernetics.
regardless due to his relationship with Maz.
that acts as most of our techie team though, because most of them have cybernetic augments.
You can send Tovin.
No,
He's
God no.
heavily borged out, isn't he?
Yeah. From what I know, he has some sort of battery in there. Once that runs empty, he's gone.
Yeah,
I don't know the
that's
finer
too much of a
details
risk.
beyond that. Cyrus.
Yeah.
He's a good fighter. He's more... He works more in the shadows, but... He's a decent combatant. He can probably lead a team in there.
Keep to the shadows is not something we need, though. We need full-on people who are going to be loud and in the way.
We need
Where
a
are
team
we-
leader for those people, though.
Where are we
Call
going to
them in.
house him?
Who?
Daz? We can't
We have a lot
walk.
of these
We
free
can't.
rooms.
We can't walk him through the base every time. It's just.
Doesn't
Even
stop
with that,
security from blinding and
No.
gassing him.
No.
Why not?
Because Greg's a fucking psychopath killing machine thing.
And
Can't we just
he's-
lock him in one
We'd
of
probably
those?
just crush him like a grape.
Can we just lock him in one of the storage crates around here?
Suppose we could, yeah. It's
Or
an
hold him in
option.
the industrial sector, assuming we have it, secure?
That's not an area that's quite secure yet. So I can still keep in
Assuming.
that place.
There's also the underutilized residential sector. That poses the same issue.
Keeping him on base is a dangerous idea. For whatever reason, if we do go the more,
What if we hold him at the repair depot?
Hand him to Strange. And this is what you want to do, Nadia, or Toku, or Gus.
I'm not saying that they're gonna need to be present for us to utilize and gain
You
information
said
from.
not
Just-
on the base, so where would we put it?
Yeah, I was thinking more the industrial area too, or the residential.
Well, in that
Well,
case, we can do a few things to secure it then. In the meantime, while we
I would recommend residential
Make this
sector. We've gotten we've been getting more consistent reports about tiger activity in the industrial sector in comparison.
Aren't
So
we
they
trying
still
to
could
set
have-
up a little, like,
We
deep dive
are,
thing somewhere? We could
but we
just-
also need some place that's 24/7 secure. And I would
Yeah.
put more cards in residential.
What's Blockhead trying to say? Because you're talking over him.
Oh, I just know there's a plan to make a...
From what I know, the deep dive that's been set up in industrial has been finalized. Tin Man's just running final checks.
Yeah, we want to put him. Where did you say? You suggested somewhere? Chase?
Well, I said the residential or industrial as well. That's what I was agreeing with. Or one of the containers, upstairs, where we need to constantly open it and just
We'd also have to keep him away from certain people in the base.
yeah.
Who wouldn't just kill him on a whim.
Oh, that means
if we're
Ko and
gonna-
I then.
If we're gonna try and use him for info,
And
also,
gems.
since he has a history of being kidnapped already, wouldn't locking him in a shipping container kind of shut him up? Make him not want to talk to us?
True. I will leave you to ponder on it.
I'll see if I can round up a couple of scouts to maybe run through residential area and find a decent
Yeah,
spot to
please do.
set up.
If you can make that place more secure, then I'm more willing to put him off in those locations.
If we're going to do that, our best chance of refortifying is securing the big tower as an open view of residential sector as a whole.
Yeah, there's also word or plans to build Sylvie's anti-mortar strike tower up there.
Two birds, one stone, technically.
Plus, not to mention, if he's in the top part of the tower, it's gonna be difficult for him to just jump out the window and run. Unless, of course, he has, well, loyalty until death situation, then well, yeah.
That's. We'd have to make a really secure area in there then.
Well, we're making amends to have it repaired anyway, so.
The only threat would likely be Granger's troops if Maz chooses to get them to mobilize. Jetpack units. They can get up there.
Well, we have people stationed up there then. People can be in
I
town.
mean, it does have to be watched 24/7, Neil said, so there would be somebody up there with him at least.
And we'd have to have him fully secure radio silence and all. No word can be breathed about him beyond us. At least his location.
About Daz?
Yeah.
I think it can be very difficult to get our own people to just not be nosy and snoop about.
People can snoop, but the moment someone opens their mouth, it's easy enough to silence it.
Don't you do the whole stitching thing?
Well, it would be too late. People have fingers, they can type messages out. They can gloat about it elsewhere. I will probably have to make an announcement or a formal indicator in front of everyone that if they were to leak any information regarding this or snoop around where they're not meant to be, they'll be swiftly dealt with. And this is not me joking around this time. People understand that this is a life or death situation. And if they want to win the war, then keeping their curiosities at bay is necessary. I want you to find people who you can trust to be enforcers for that specific thing. I imagine someone like Mara would be very suitable, considering that she is part of used to be part of the shotgun crew. So she knows what needs to be done.
I have people I can pick for that. I'll make sure they're informed ahead of the curve before we make our move to take Daz, at least. So
Didn't you also say that Derek was in your back pocket as well?
Derek
We
owes
also
me
use
a life
Ace.
debt.
Well, and we can also use Derek as well then. And we can also use Ace. Ace listens to orders. Unless we don't think he can be trusted. In which case, are we inside that?
He can.
I don't want sniffers at any part in this at all.
Don't plan to.
With how unreliable he is at sometimes. He's reliable at some things, but it makes him predictable. Too erratic. I think this is quite a fruitful conversation.
Given the information that we have on Daz now, at least some of it, if we were to look at it now, even if we were to take Daz, is he worth keeping alive at the end of all of this?
That is up to Blockhead. I still haven't had a very good reason as to why we're keeping him alive, other than the fact that it's a exchange, and it means to weaken Maz.
Based on the information, we'd have to expend resources, any source, whether it be sending over the network or going inside his brain to re-educate him beyond his Maz fanaticism. So if we let him go just like that, then that's a loose end we'd likely have to tie up later down the line. Or he could just go back to the Tiger side. and become our next Maz. It's not a route I'd choose to take, but
If we can get him out and convince him, get him out of all of this. He's being told to leave. We can use him to get info out of him. We have to kill him. I'm sorry, but I've never understood the. If he's not a combatant anymore, do we have to, you know?
If he can't be reformed, if he can't be useful, then revenge is, as someone who's dealt with it personally, a very strong motivator. You're willing to burn everything around you just so you can get your revenge. As someone who's a fanatic like that might just pursue that. But
even if we
the problem here, the problem here is not the fact that I'm willing to spare him, is that I'll not be given a good enough reason to do so. Even if the reason is that you sympathize because you are of similar age group or whatnot, there's at least something for me to go off of. But you are literally telling me that you want to spare him on a whim. What is the reason?
You just said it because I see myself in him. There's the innocent.
Then why did you
in him
lie to
reminds
me and not agree to
when
this
I-
when I asked you last time?
I was dismissed from the meeting last time.
Last time I mentioned to you, did you want to spare him because you saw yourself in him? You said no.
I probably wasn't thinking then, and I'm sorry.
So the reason is because you are sympathetic. Because you see yourself in him, and you see what happens to him as a reflection that could happen to you. You've seen yourself as expendable. That's fine. I just wanted a reason. Any reason at all.
I just didn't want to say that about a tiger. I didn't want to put myself on the hot plate like that.
Is this a private meeting?
Somewhat, but we've kind of concluded this.
Okay.
We don't talk about this much further, but thank you for being honest. I value honesty in this. Because if I don't know where you stand, I don't know if I can trust you. But now I know where you stand, and I can work around it. Then there's our reason. I'm sure we can find ways to rehabilitate him. We have Nadia. Nadia is shown to be a therapist, and I know she has a few extreme methods, but I'm sure I can convince her to not do such things.
if we want to appeal to him more, just send him to the network, like I said.
All that as well. I'm sure Cowboy here would be willing to entertain the idea. You might be getting a potential recruit for your network. An ex-tiger, if things go according to plan. So you can
The one
imagine.
you talked about?
Yeah.
Less recruit, more off the grid.
Recruit off the grid. If he's busy, he's got to think about what he had lost.
If he
or what
wants to
was
get
doing
out,
beforehand.
if he wants to get out, he should stay out.
I don't think he will want a way out. And again, if we kill this certain individual, he's going to want revenge. I don't want that on the table. Is either a lifetime of servitude where even if it's just being watched 24/7 and just helping around the outpost, I'm fine with that. But we cannot let him just go out into the wilderness, do his own shit. That will just come out and bite us in the ass. No sense.
That's why I'd say it'd be better off just to kill him, but we'll see.
Yes, sure.
I'm not working with a full plate here, but
You'll be given
my
the
5
details as
cents.
to date.
right now, as it stands, we're in the middle of a war we do not want, but we have to contest. I'd rather we save as many enemy lives as we possibly can.
Revenge is not the easiest choice, but this life isn't the easiest choice.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to tell me.
Yeah. We struggled through worse. We remember when Strange attacked the Hollow, and we were left to scrounge around for scraps. We've dealt with worse. This is a walk in the park comparison. So, you get your wish. Mara, you are being considered for something of utmost importance and secrecy, and you'll be given more information at a later date. You are to deal with people who might be, well, who are part of the shotgun crew. I understand you will. Well, I'm assuming you will know what kind of thing I'm going to be asking you to do when the situation arises.
Of course not.
If there's other questions, then the meeting is adjourned.
What is all
We have
this
a
being
plan.
asked for?
For you.
For her?
It's safe here, considering you're going to be involved in it anyway. If you would like to get closer so you can hear this, I don't have to repeat myself. We have plans to apprehend a certain someone that is of importance to Maz.
Okay.
We are planning to use them as a means to weaken her, and due to the request of Blockhead, we are to spare her life out of, I guess for me, out of a good grace towards Blockhead. So, you'll be used to keep this person occupied, so that they are busied and you do not think about revenge.
The Lost Network is those that want to be there, I remind you.
For those that are needed for
Give them a reason
testing
to
the
want to be
motor
there.
truck, we're gonna go ahead and start getting ready.
You're about sparing lives, are you not? Because if you don't spare his
I
life,
am.
and he finds a way to get revenge, I'll be dealing with it personally. And I guarantee you, I will find him, and he will be dead. You know I can do that.
Have you ascertained that he's even salvageable?
We don't know. He is mentally impaired. As Blockhead says, he is lacking certain mental faculties. He is, I guess you could say, infantile in state. And that's the reason why perhaps Blockhead wants to be sympathetic, which is fine.
Remember what I told you when you first told this to me? If he is dead set on being with her, her side,
We'll let him finish.
I will not see her. I do not want someone who will be causing trouble. If they want to die for their cause, then they can.
Right. So considering that Calloway might not be potentially an option, I suggest you think it over. I know how we're going to deal with this.
I will
Again?
take him if he is willing to join the Lost Network. That is
Okay.
if.
Yes. That means it's up to Blockhead to discern whether or not he can find a way to make them willing to comply. You want this, so you have to fight for it. I think every Hollow Whisperer should learn to fight for something they want, truly want. And there's nothing wrong with wanting that.
Right.
Marlon, So, there are certain people we are worried that are going to cause commotion. People who might try to mutilate, kill, whatever you like to call it, to our VIP. So, anyone who is willing to, I guess, put their neck on the line for this, you know what to do. Do not use your gun as a threat. Use it as an example.
Amen.
You are well aware of this before due to experiences. And I'm trusting you with this because of your prior experiences. You are, I think, someone who can very much be trusted with this.
I'll not disappoint, man.
Thank you.
Guess we kept the conversation for now.
Yeah. The meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Claire.
I just was passing on the security.
Come closer. I can't hear you.
Everything's
I just said,
completely quiet. Nothing to report.
You're welcome.
I don't know.
This is your moment to prove yourself. I'm hard on people and I want people to put themselves. Which I'm looking at right now is also included in this. I don't mind people causing problems, but I want the determination. I want to see the ability to follow through on my decisions.
Make sure you get Sprocket up to date. Can you get Sprocket up to date if you can find him about it? You have to probably be the first to know about it. Because if you don't, you will lose it. The ability either by through enemies or through supposed allies. People have to be clear. Except make up on your own time. I cannot be seen as a weak. Yeah, I'm looking your
Was,
I have crippling insomnia. I used to sleep outside and not all of because I can sleep inside with her run out.
have you tried medication?
No,
Would you want to?
Sleeping meds. Because it's a common issue that people have, especially where we are right now.
You can linger on here if you wish.
It also needs to be regulated, because if you take too many, it's bad.
Yeah, but
Sorry
I've
about
also
lying.
heard reports from people, even like when you sleep and whatnot, you can wake up and stuff so groggy as shit, so.
Yeah.
Why are we about the fridge so low down
It's all about like
This is for the,
how much you use.
Not sleeping.
this is for
3 to 5
everybody.
days.
The rations are upstairs in the bar.
That's definitely true.
There's a fridge in the bar?
I slept last night.
No, this most of the shit doesn't even go for it. What are you taking out of there? I don't even use that.
I want to see there's only milk left. Just kidding, there isn't any.
Why'd you point over there as if like you were talking to someone? You good? You good, twin?
Yeah, I felt like I'm dreaming.
Oh, they're gonna
God,
execute
dude,
me in front of everybody. So, don't worry. It'll be a fun time.
Finally! Shut the fuck up. I have been waiting for your bitch ass, bro. I've been waiting
Oh, we'll
for
make it
that.
quick,
I swear
because
to
they're
God,
about to
if
go
you're gonna
paint the fucking
second
memorial
person,
red with my
I'm gonna
head.
beat your bitch ass.
Didn't ask, shut up.
Well, sniff it.
This
Sniff
is
it. If
why
you
you
needed
don't
me,
make
make
it.
it. Look, if you needed me, make it quick, because Mars literally about to go paint the fucking wall red with my head, dude.
Shut up. Stop saying that. You're pissing me off.
Actually, I want to make
Never mind, just handle that.
He's probably fine.
It's very old.
You know, if you want that gone, rather than having it linger.
I have blueprints. I have blueprints for a device that will help me do that. I don't know how. Where I'm stuck up at is like the feeding mechanism, but I have a machine that'll spit out synthetic skin, and
Yeah,
then I
that's
can
it.
just. I couldn't do it to myself probably, but I don't actually know organic surgery either, so I'd probably have to find somebody to do classes, but.
It's not too hard. It's just merging the skin grafts.
Yeah, I think that I could do, but the thing I want to do with Callahan is his face is pretty fucked up on his cheek and his lip. That I would want to make it look good, and I wouldn't know how to get really in there and do that.
Oh my god, I could sculpt my man's face.
You could, actually.
Mark her out.
Hey. Hey,
Okay,
let's fucking go.
you've been, what, sluggish? You've been coughing a little bit, I've noticed. That gotta do anything with it, or is that just kind of a normal thing?
No, this is new.
Okay, you've had, like, shortness of breath. Oh, fuck, I was hoping they'd stay with me. Shortness of breath, headaches. How long have you been? By the way, has it been, like,
Since
all
this morning.
morning? Has it gotten worse over time, or is it just kind of like a head grog?
It's stagnated to about this point.
Okay. You've been coughing, sluggish, shortness of breath?
No.
Okay. Any headaches? Any kind of pains, or just groggy?
Mostly headaches.
Okay. Fevers, chills, any kind of throat, sore throat, or is it not to that stage, you don't think?
Throat feels a bit sore, and I have felt a bit chilly recently.
I'll give you some fever medicine for now. If it gets progressively worse, let me know. I can look further into it if you think. Oh god, hey. You okay?
I need my painkillers.
Awesome. I think it's in the same. I have to look for the fever medicine because I don't grab it all too often. Here's your bottle. I'll put it in your lower trunk for this fever medicine. You okay with like cough syrup kind of stuff, or do you want like a pill? You not have a.
I don't care, whichever works.
Okay. Let me do this thing. I'm gonna fill up this little shot glass, and you can just drink it. It's like you can pour it yourself, or you don't care.
I don't care.
Okay. Here. Drink this. Let me know if you get worse or not.
Of course, it's grape flavored.
What's the best flavor? Not really. I like the strawberry one, but oh yeah, it's great. Look at that bag. I wash it off. Okay. Just let me know if it gets worse, okay?
I will.
How's it going?
Feeling a little under the weather.
Sick? You want me to give you some soup?
That doesn't work the way that you think it does. It's not like a movie.
I mean, soup is still soup. Something warm. Doesn't instant cure you, but it does help with the healing process.
I think he
I'll
found the person.
be fine. Thank you.
You want me to just leave you alone?
It's ultimately your choice.
I don't want to leave you alone, right?
For any particular reason?
You've been in
You should join me at some point when I'll done stop making airplane noises.
Hmm.
Oh, for you.
I like talking to you.
Everyone's going to the bunker now. What's going on?
They're feeling under the weather and they want to go somewhere comfy. I'm following them
Suppose the
because
bunker
I want
is
to talk
quite
to them.
comfortable. If I'm honest, I don't even know why I left the bunker. It is kind of comfortable in there.
It's comfortable. Probably because there was no one in the bunker and it was just you and you're like, I don't want to be.
Sure, it's all hush hush. Can't talk about what just happened while you were stuck in the bunker for like 45 minutes.
As it usually is.
Yeah, I had a feeling. So, I got to visit the meat rack.
Hmm. I would hope it was at least pleasant then.
You know, meeting a councilman, especially one that is like 14 feet tall, covered in runes, and has a steer skull for a head, isn't exactly the most pleasant thing when I am very unprepared for a professional meeting like that.
Hmm. Though I suppose most people aren't exactly usually ready to meet with councilmen, save for officials, I suppose.
A lot of corporate dogma drilled in my head told me to best not to look like a fool.
That's typical.
What can I do for you, boss?
How has engineering been as of late?
Good. Everyone seemed to be busy and working. I think people are looking for work. So far good. Things are clearing up.
Have you gotten any updates from Sylvia yet on the mortar dispersal attack?
Nothing yet. I'm gonna probably have to fetch her and sit down with Harold, when we got time. But I'll grab her, for sure.
I'll do my best to keep this conversation short then.
Sick.
During the last couple weeks, I've had ample enough time to assess and examine each and every individual in the engineering department up to this point. And as far as standards go, you're the only one that fit mine. You're attentive. You have skills you could probably brush up on, but you got the drive, confidence, and, well, so as opposed to me, you're well liked. So congratulations, Jitters. I'm making you our new head of engineering accordingly.
Dude! What? Oh my god, thank you, Reg. I won't disappoint you, boss.
As new division
as a division head, you will have the responsibility and burden to lead the Hollow. If there is ever a point in time alongside the other division heads that myself, Python, or Chase or Muerte aren't present, I expect you to treat it with the utmost diligence accordingly. Every division head receives this, but you will have my full jurisdiction to act and lead your division to the best of your ability, should you need to use my show of force if needed.
Understood.
You'll
Make you
have
proud.
You'll have full jurisdiction to lead the division as you see fit. I did my best to institute some standard, but everyone has their own style, I guess. Stand up. In front. In my past and tenure, I've had the pleasure or displeasure of having the lead engineering twice, as well as heading R&D when it was still active. This I'll be passing on to you. I expect you not to stray away from the ideals I'm investing in you. And try not to get on my bad side. I understood.
Understood, sir. Yes, sir.
And this will be my, I guess, hope for you. And this will be your promise to me that you'll do good. It's the second of her kind. Primeval Mark II.
What the fuck?
I had a couple of people scavenge around to loot some of the M1 Grands the Tiger liked to carry and modified this a bit. I intended to use it for myself, but not really my style. Therefore, Primeval Mark II belongs to you.
Thank you, Rand.
Don't thank me. Just prove that you're worthy of using her.
I will. I promise.
As division head, you're allowed to pick a second. Whoever you choose to pick will operate the division and lead it to the best of whatever your authority lays. I will not interfere in that business. If I see you not operating the division within a certain standard, then I will find replacements. I've done so in the past with other divisions. I've done it with engineering, and I'll do it again if it comes down to it.
Alright.
I still hold my position as head of R&D, but it's a ghosts division, I guess. It'll still take orders from me, but it'll still be on the lines of right hand accordingly. If you need any guidance, any ideas, or anything else, feel free to come to me. I still hold my previous title as Backbone of the Hollow for a reason.
Alright. I will. Thank you, Rand. I appreciate it.
Before I dismiss you, I should let you know that, I guess, operation of the mortar truck has been a success. And I would recommend you get the people who are involved in the project trained up and ready, since we'll have use of that vehicle soon. Very soon.
Alright. I got you. I'll make sure
Do you
to
have any-
take note of that. Yes.
If you have any other further questions, you can't find myself or Python or anyone else.
I do
I'd
have a
recommend you
question.
direct them to your other division heads, since they'll be stand-in leadership if it comes to it. What is
If, I'm gonna make a list of everything I can remember that we have already in plans and needs to be done, and I can send it to you, and you can tell me if I'm missing anything, just in case. Just for this time, so I have it all updated before, the movements.
Sure.
Alright. Thanks, boss.
I'll be sure to make the announcement in our engineering channel later.
Hmm.
For the time being, you're dismissed.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, my lord, thank you, babes. Oh my god, I need to tell everyone.
Probably not as impactful as it was last time, but bring back any memories?
It was quite nostalgic, to say the least.
I'd say out of everyone so far, Jitters probably has the best likelihood to take your position if you were to succumb to anything.
I wouldn't be in the vein to disagree. He's grown quite capable in the short time that he's been here.
Try not to die, though.
Not my intention.
Let's see if we have any of those batteries left over.
If you want a nap,
Say again.
if you want to nap, you can tell me to fuck off.
Unfortunately, no. I can't exactly get to sleep.
What's stopping you from sleeping? Like insomnia, bad dreams,
Headaches.
headache. You taking medicine for headaches?
I just took medicine over in the med bay.
How much water did you drink today?
Enough.
Yeah, first out of the question. These are headaches, like, medically, right? Not like people or the headache. No, that's crazy.
It's actual headaches, not proverbial headaches.
Other than just getting something warm, either tea, soup, into your system, Um, I know a lot of people say like warm bath, like the steam kind of helps deal with headaches.
We don't exactly have the facility for baths, now do we?
Do you not have those in your fancy personal rooms? I thought you guys had like plumbing.
Plumbing, yes, but that includes showers, not baths.
Fair. That would be the case. Yeah. You'd have some. Yeah. How much can I trust Charles?
Charles? Hmm. I would say he's fairly trustworthy, a bit aloof at times. He tries to see the best in people, even when he shouldn't, I suppose.
I got that feeling. Good-hearted person.
Hmm.
Just wants to see people thrive, no matter who they are. See them in a better world.
Hmm.
He kind of figured out I'm part of all of this. So I guess if there's anyone outside to figure out who I really am, he's a safe bet.
Hmm.
To
Go on.
Go ahead.
You continue.
I was gonna say something stupid of I was a bit too shocked and I guess starstruck would be the term by the councilman being there that I didn't get a chance to take a picture of him or ask for a picture with him. Would have loved to have done that.
I suppose.
I missed my chance.
And I suppose it's not every day that you can be in the presence of a councilman.
Yeah. Now it's your turn.
If you are to go to the meat rack while you're in Whisperer Colors, I would suggest taking what people say with a grain of salt. They're not exactly fond of our presence there whenever we do show up, save for Charles and Hamsky at times. Though his attitude is a bit rough around the edges.
Given my condition, I don't see myself trying to go around the public in colors anytime soon. The risk of me attacking someone, trying to kill them, kind of thing, a bit too high to risk having it led back to the Whisper. better if the headline on a newspaper is crazy lady rips out man's throat than whisperer rips out man's throat.
Right. Though, has that tendency not been mitigated by having someone of our own present?
It helps a lot. The visual reminder does wonders, and when I am distracted enough to where something is about to happen, Ace can usually, give a subtle reminder, a nudge, a word, a fake, to sort of make me reassess what's happening, fix my problem. Did need more than that on Friday, though. I don't know if anyone told you.
I was told that you were calmed down after you ran off. But that's as much as I was told.
Calmed down is not the best description. I warned you once, informed you of the strange haze, the tunnel vision, everything else red, hyper focusing on finding people that the system registers as effective fuel for a new rejuvenation. The few times I've been deployed fighting, what's up?
Thing.
Toads.
Making sure I can be fucking into the fucking stupid ass fucking.
You missed the cowboy.
Nah, I don't really care about meeting the guy.
He's a lone ranger.
Sick.
Except he doesn't have a stallion.
Needs to get like a, in this fucking city, probably needs to get like a robot horse or some shit. Fit the vibe.
That'd be funny.
I think that'd be pretty fucking sick, actually.
Or you could get a
Fucking-
motorcycle and just like make a horse shape to it.
Yeah, but having the actual cyber horse would be like fucking nuts.
True.
I think that'd be the fucking icing on the cake for his whole fucking get up that I keep hearing about.
Yeah.
Anyways, keep doing your fucking whatever the fuck. I'm out.
Okay. As I was saying, usually it's, I don't know, hard to tell. I don't keep track of numbers. I don't count how many people I kill, but I don't think it's ever been more than 5 or 6 activations the last few times I've used it. In that mission, I'm fairly sure I doubled it. Because it got a lot worse. That instinct that I suppress, the feeling, the ideas, the want to kill, not entirely. It's not supposed to be want. It's never been want. Just been there. Something that can make me act without thinking. But the system makes it want. It makes me want to kill people. Then I can get it to activate. And then I have to find another person where I can activate again. Letting go of my resistance to it so that it can help me push forward. It all kind of started meld together until I ran out of people to hunt down, kill, to
Mm.
and the only person was Ace, Bones, you, Dallas, and I wanted more. And if I wanted more, then I had to kill one of you. Which means I needed to kill you. Kill him. I wanted to kill him. I mean, it meant I would get more. I shouldn't want that. Shouldn't want to kill. I did. Should have tried to disable the system. I wanted to keep it active. If it was disabled, it couldn't get more. It's the only thing I could think of. More. Finding, getting, killing more.
Mm.
When everything's bathed in a red hue, colors start fading behind it. If it weren't Ace in front of me, telling me to stop, if it were anyone else,
So what did
Yeah.
happen when you got back? When you ran away?
I ran to the tower, used the staircase to get onto the shipping containers somewhere far, somewhere not easy for other people to get to without really trying. I wanted to stay isolated. It was better than being near people, better than having to fight that desire to kill everyone.
Mm.
Further away they were, the easier it was to ignore. Just let it sit there, like going hungry. Eventually, I was hoping the feelings would go away enough, deactivate the system, and maybe just pass out. Wouldn't have to deal with any of it. I'd keep everyone else safe. Ace, had other ideas. Went up there with me. He told
Mm.
He called me family. Was able to force the system to shut down. He doesn't hold a grudge, doesn't resent it, knows what I was dealing with, but it doesn't make me feel any better about wanting that. Not just thinking, not just resisting the ideas, the true awful want and desire to kill him. And eventually calmed down. I went up into the tower. Stayed there. Away from everyone. Except Alice. Well, sure I was.
Mm.
We did. I told her I had the same ideas. I did. Same thoughts. Told her about how I ended up in jail. So I know that even people who are really close to me aren't safe. He basically spent his entire life raising me aren't safe. That was awful.
Mm.
They did their best to comfort me. In the end, they got them taken. Better for my peace of mind been left alone. Let myself not have to focus so hard on keeping my thoughts in check. I knew I was dangerous. Why I kept myself secluded. Why I looked for areas to kept away. Why I was in the cargo container on the roof of the hollow. That's why I'm in the tower. I know I'm problematic. I know I can manage it, but now I also know that it might not be enough. That it might be too much for me to handle sometimes, and if I can't figure out a way to control it or be stronger than it, I will eventually try and kill someone from here. And won't be able to say I didn't mean to. I won't be able to tell people that it wasn't intentional, because when it happens, I will want to do it. Looking to do it. I'll be happy that I'm doing it in the moment. But I can't exactly not do it. If I kill someone, could be just anyone, any tiger, it might activate the system as a punishment for ignoring it, and then they're just out. And I'll need to go find people, use them. I'll need to keep doing it, and then I'll want to keep doing it. And I won't stop. And then, because I don't stop, goes too far, and kill too many, then I'm going to start killing not safe. But I can't not be you. I'm too effective. How many other whisperers can you send out there that can slaughter that many tigers and one of their lieutenants and come back without a single injury? With just their armor damage. How many others come back without needing medical supplies being used on them?
You're putting your value here as of that if you were just a weapon, but you're more than just the wings on your back. Kurenai. Ace sees a lot of himself in you, the same way that he sees gems. He feels he was made for a purpose, as a weapon, as a soldier. And as much as he puts on the show of training you like he was, I know that it's to dissuade people from turning into him, to be better than him. You feel yourself shackled? That instead of, well, I guess to get philosophical, instead of soaring with your wings, you're still trapped in a cage of your own making, of its own making, I suppose.
It is me. I'm it. We're the same.
Yet
Not
you
exist
feel
without it.
conflicted of its existence.
Still not of its existence, of mine. I've always had those thoughts, those feelings. It just makes me want to follow through on them instead of them just existing detached. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of using the system. I'm afraid of myself and how it encourages me. Give in, not control myself, not restrict myself. It wants to be freer, to be without care, because then I can get more.
Hmm.
Because it wants it.
Magitech is a very fickle, volatile thing. And some aren't exactly made the same. For some, it's easy for them to grasp and understand what exactly it is that their Magitech does, what it wants. And for others, it's tricky. It can spin you on a web that seems to lead into nothing more than a never-ending maze of questions and complications. But eventually, putting in enough of the time and effort to listen, to understand instead of trying to force and yell into a void that might not even respond, it helps so that you may better extend off of it rather than just using it, I suppose is the word. A lot of people with these objects struggle with this the most, myself included. And it may take time to properly get to that point, but it's not impossible.
Blockhead made a suggestion
Hmm.
after a brief discussion. Father is the one who made this, installed it, and a lot of the information about it, statistics, predictions, simulations for using it, a lot of that data was given to me, my neural implant.
Hmm.
It's supposed to help me use it. I've now learned after Friday. No, not just after Friday. Since I started using it for real, outside of simulations, I've started to learn that not everything was shared. If they even knew everything that could happen. Lockhead suggested that maybe my father might have more data about my system that he didn't share with me. And the only place that would be back in my house. Estate. Problem is, that would be trying to break into a mansion in a corporate zone that may or may not have been sold to new tenants who might be living there. If it was, then we have to hope there is a secret chamber somewhere that hasn't been found that has information about me. And if it hasn't been sold yet, we have to hope that all of the stuff in there hasn't been taken out. A lot of ifs and questions and things that aren't guaranteed about it. Only for the benefit of I might learn more about myself, about my system. The only other feasible benefit is stealing some of the really expensive things that are in the house for selling. But there's no reason. There's no victory for the Whisperers in doing it. But there's all the risk of having the tower or the security systems of the mansion itself ripping you guys to shreds.
Hmm.
He wants to look into it. Thinks it's a good idea.
Every
hesitant.
idea has its risks. It would be an extremely difficult task in and of itself to convince those to look into this, especially now.
That's what I was very clear with him. Until we're back at the Hollow, it's probably not something I want to approach anyone to ask for help.
Mm.
And he said he might look into it on his own while we're here. He asked if I would help him do that. I agreed if he decided to start, but I don't want. The issue lies in that if people look into this, trying to find where I'm from, they're going to find out where I'm from. For real. I haven't told any of you that. You know I'm from a corporate background. You know it's something big. You know whoever my father was able to get his hands on enough equipment and research to build something magical.
Mm.
Narrows it down, but it doesn't tell you enough to make any final determination about lynching me or not. It's a safe place to sit. But the truth, but names, faces, actual understanding of the bloodline might be enough to decide I don't belong here. Maybe some people would accept it. But others might not. And those that don't might speak a lot louder than those that do.
Mm. You remember the conditions that you were set under when we found you, correct?
Follow orders, do what I'm told, don't cause trouble.
Yes, but do you remember specifically what Wrench mentioned after saving you? For all intents and purposes, you're under the Whispers under a life debt. Because otherwise, you would have been more or less fed to the tigers, am I mistaken?
Yeah. I owe you all my life.
Mm.
Something I don't think I will ever have any way to repay as a debt, but I don't really have anywhere else to exist.
Then as far as everyone is considered, you are under us because you have no other choice but to. If you would have made a move, you would have already done so, under the pretenses of getting it done and over with and being out of our hair in an instant, no? For as long as that would be. Anyway.
Owing you a life debt doesn't necessarily mean that I have to do something to repay it. My life is in the hands of the Whispers, and they decide what happens.
Exactly.
Currently, they are deciding I use it to make a difference, to help. But if they decide that they want me dead more than anything, then to pay the life debt, to use my life as they see fit, they could ask me to walk into a landmine, and I would have to do it. Or however other way they want to get rid of me. They can decide to kill me whenever they want, because they own me in that way.
They could.
And
In the same way that they could do
Don't know.
that to Grak or the other people that are would be in a similar situation to yourself, but given what you've said, how many other Whisperers could clear out an entire patrol of tigers without even so much as a scratch?
yes, I'm worth a lot. I'm a very effective thing.
You're a
This
very
isn't
effective
saying-
person. Even not accounting your combative achievements, you still hold a place here among the Whisperers. One that you might not see, but others do.
I'm just not sure I believe that there is zero chance. If people knew what I really was, it would outweigh everything.
It's a non-zero chance. But you'd be surprised with how often people are able to get away with non-zero chances when they, quite frankly, shouldn't have been given a chance to deserve in the first place.
What happened to the body?
Of the lieutenant that we killed?
Yeah.
I believe that was under the jurisdiction of Bones directly.
I don't remember what he said. I remember them talking, asking for the name. The moment I had the opening, I took their head off. Saw Bones gesture at me, but I didn't hear him. Just went looking for more. I couldn't find it. And then I started hearing it. The want to keep going, and only the people around to do it with. And Bones, his voice saying that there are more tigers inside, snapped me back into the trance, back into the haze. They are chaotic, psychotic, sociopathic animals. They should not be capable of caring for their fellow man. Should not have any sense of honor or honesty or any reason to follow their word or to even care. Yet they have done things to show that they have honor. They have withheld action for this of respect. They have returned to us people they have captured when they do not have any real reason to follow through. When they have had all the cards in their hand, they have chosen to continue playing the game. Which either means that in their psychosis, they have doubled back to a point where they have to follow through with these words and codes and respect, or they are pretending to be sociopaths, to be cannibals. And I don't know why anyone would choose to be that way. They don't make sense. None of them.
War changes people. Some for, in the rare instance, the better, for a majority, the worst. It makes people have to do things that they wouldn't want to do otherwise, to cast themselves as someone they shouldn't be, but they feel they have to be.
Where is the logic in having to be a cannibal and having to be a psycho? Why that? Why nothing else? There is a infinite spectrum of sin that they could make their followers be. Yet this is what they zero in on, what they have to do.
Those of the broken mind are often then considered to be the most dangerous. And while it's obviously a absolute evil that a man shouldn't consume that of another man, in acts of desperation, people are resorting to do the last resort option just to survive.
What desperation are they in? They have more resources than us, more men than us. They have more support, councilmen backing them. How the hell are they desperate enough to where cannibalism is a requirement? They are choosing to be this way.
Perhaps because they know no other option at this point.
That still doesn't make any sense.
It's not meant to make sense. You can understand an enemy, but not reason or agree with the motives or actions. It just means that you know exactly what is going through their head, to a degree. In the times before this, before us having to move out here to confront them directly, Maz's actions weren't exactly the norm for a majority of the forces that we were facing. A lot of the other Tiger bosses were much more calculated, precise. They knew exactly how they could strike and what chords to play to demoralize us or bring us down to them, without having to resort to such barbaric tactics, to some degree. But with this, with people that know nothing more than chaos and barbarism, the likes of which we rarely get to see, it's only understandable that they would employ such tactics against us as they would their own.
Every other person yellow out there accepts this. They just have to. Why? Are they so loyal that they'll go through with it, or are they
What
forced
happens to someone here who disobeys an order and goes against the actions of leadership?
punished, I assume.
To a degree, that seems more lenient than most, wouldn't you agree? What do you think the Tiger
And-
does to their disloyal? To those who question those of their leadership?
Given what they are, probably put them in the chopping block and a stew right afterward.
Yes. And this is the case that's been precedented for pretty much every Tiger boss, save for different methods for the crime, depending on the boss, I suppose.
Okay. There's rules to this. I don't know what the other ones did. I don't know. Beatings, whippings, forced augmentation with cybernetic. So there can do to punish someone that's worse than just talking to and forcing them to run laps. But not only forcing those who are following orders to be cannibals, but punishing those who reject it and feeding those to the others, there has to be a line. They're not mindless, and they aren't deathly loyal to the point where they'll do everything they say.
But it's as opposed to our system where we try to lead out of respect. I believe that they primarily try to lead out of fear. And while there are like-minded individuals that among their ranks of a good amount of their forces, I would imagine there are those, I would hope to imagine there are those who are not completely like-minded, that are simply being forced to fight because they have no other option.
Leading with fear works until they outnumber you. Only
But
so long crack the whip before the hordes that are supposed to be afraid of it realize it doesn't hurt that much.
But it's something that can't be changed simply overnight.
Revolutions have and can happen over.
Yes, but they can also be just as quickly stomped out.
I don't know where I'm going with this. I think it's more of a thought experiment. I brought it up. You are right. Not exactly rooting for tigers to uplift themselves. Honestly, best off. Thousands of them rose arms to resist, and they were all killed. Tigers killing themselves all in mass reduces their numbers, makes our job easier. But some part of me would want to support those who decide to be people again instead of being what they are, because I don't know how everyone else will act or think of those within Maz's cohort. And there's no way for us confirming whether or not each of them have gone to that extreme or not. But unless it can be proven without any shadow of a doubt that they are still people, I will treat every single one of those cannibals like they are nothing more than animals. Because they do not deserve to live.
And that's your mindset on it. No one can necessarily change that but yourself.
I don't yourself changing it anytime soon.
Hmm.
It's unforgivable. And to make the mental choice to fall in line and do that instead of fight for your existence and die with your own beliefs deserve to be dead already. It's grotesque that anyone would choose
Hmm.
when they have the choice available to them. In true acts of desperation, things can be done for survival. But they aren't starving in the Alps right now.
Hmm. Then that's your take on it.
I'm gonna let you rest.
Hmm.
If you want that soup at any point, message me.
Hmm.
I have a can of it from the meat rack. Charles specifically. 'Cause
He
that's the
tends
first
to do
thing
that
he
a lot.
did. That is the first thing he did when I got there, was give me a can of soup. Unprompted. So, I have it. I haven't eaten it yet. But if you need it because you are feeling unwell, I will give it to you. I don't have any plans to eat it anytime soon anyway.
Hmm.
Just, if you need anything, not just the soup in general. I'm a phone call away.
I know.
Or a message.
And
Smoke signals work too. I know how to read them.
Hmm. Do take into account of why Bones did what he did. He saw someone putting up a good fight to his last breath and wanted to at least give him a bit of honor and respect in return. Alrighty, gamers. I am going to head out, take some medicine, and just chill. But yeah, gonna head out. Y'all have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.